Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Ring the Bell again. And, of course, this is your host. Andrew McNeil, a.k.a. The Juice. And, of course, I'm here with my big friend here.
Tonka.
Ow! That's right, man. We're feeling good. Okay. Yeah, man. We're here.
Tim the Two-Man Noon is not with us today. He's working. But he will be with us on other podcasts.
But we felt like it's been a while since we done Survivor Series, so we're going to talk about TLC and Roadblock 2016.
We did one on Survivor Series, but we haven't posted that yet. Our friend has it on his hard drive, so we'll get it posted as soon as you can.
Bear with us, folks. Stay with us. We're good. We promise you. Anyway.
We wanted to talk about our favorite matches from TLC and Roadblock, and we're going to do it in a short, concise minute or two per match.
Now, folks, there's some matches that me and Tom didn't watch on the grounds of we just don't want to watch these matches because they're god awful and terrible.
Anything with Brock Lesnar or maybe Roman Reigns, Alberto Del Rio, or I don't even think he's here anymore. Or we just boycott certain wrestlers like Baron Corbin because they're bad.
They're terrible.
They should be fired.
They shouldn't even be able to step into a ring, let alone and perform with one. And the only reason why we're even going to talk about Roman Reigns is because they put him in matches with good wrestlers. You think he would learn how to wrestle by now? Anyway,
he can do a sweet powerbomb.
He can. He can do a Razor's Edge. I've seen him do it. But I don't know. I want to like the guy. I really do. Because he looks cool. He looks like Conan the Barbarian to me. And I'm a huge fan of Conan the Barbarian. But I can't get behind this guy. Good God.
He's been downgraded to U.S. champion because he had such a bad reign as world champion.
And I'm sorry, but, the WWE always has had a problem with not giving the fans what they want. A long time ago, what they tried to push Lex Luger. Everybody, you remember that one? The bus, the I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Did that work out, folks? No, it did not. And I don't hate Lex Luger. As a matter of fact, I think he did better work, in my opinion, in WCW. Was he ever a great worker? No. But, I like him better than Hulk Hogan.
Let's get back to TLC and some of their matches.
I'm just saying, but they kept trying to push this guy, and all of a sudden Bret Hart comes along, and everybody wants this guy. The WWE, they have a problem. Listen to the fans. But let's get on to TLC.
We avoided the chairs match, Kalisto versus Baron Corbin. I like Kalisto, but Baron Corbin puts me to sleep. Kind of like Dean Malenko used to you too. So
I'll kill you later for that little comment. Anyway.
He happens to be a big Dean Malenko fan, so
I love Dean Malenko. He's an awesome technical wrestler. And if you ever get a chance to watch the old WCW stuff on the network, please watch it. Unlike that hack Rey Mysterio, he was good in WCW. WWE, I don't know what happened to him. Anyway, and I don't want to say this about Baron Corbin. I don't understand it. Like Baron Corbin, this guy is probably going to be another 3-time champion like our friend Roman Reigns. I don't understand it. It's because this guy's a big goof.
But I think he's worse than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I can watch a Roman Reigns match, but I don't know. That's still, man. I don't know. It's like you rather get hit in the eye. You rather get hit in the chest than get hit in the eye. You're still going to get hit, and it's still going to hurt. But anyway, so we didn't watch that match.
Okay, let's talk about I thought it was too short. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, Heath Slater and Rhino versus Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. I was happy with the outcome, but I thought it was way too short.
There's a lot of things that they could have done in this match. Now,
and we admit we did not watch the build-up because we do not have Hulu or cable. All we have is a WWE network, so we did not watch the build-up for this match. But it felt like, I was happy that Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar. I was not happy with how long the match lasted because that was a joke, and it's very unbelievable. You gotta have something to. I know it's fake, but you gotta have something. You gotta believe part of it to have a story. You put your faith in it. It's just like you watch movies. You turn your brain off. You don't tell yourself that this is fake every time you watch a movie. You just enjoy the movie for what it is. The same way with the wrestling. And I couldn't do it with this match because I didn't see the build up to the storyline, and the match was too short. They didn't do a good recap for it.
Well, it's okay, folks. See, this is my problem I have with any of these title reigns. Now, there's a way you can beat someone, can get beaten, and you can look good. You can look like underdogs, all right? If you ever want to see how this is done, watch the Rock and Roll Express. It's one of my favorite old tag teams. You know what their gimmick was back in the day? It was very easy. Ricky Morton would get the crap beat out of him, then he'd do the hot tag to Robert, and then everything would go, great. That's when the match would go. But this match just seemed like, okay, we're going to take the titles off of them, and we're not going to give them any offense. We're just going to give them a little bit of stuff. I mean, I don't understand why WWE gives some of these people titles. It's just like Zack Ryder. You give him the Intercontinental title in WrestleMania, then the next night you let him lose. I don't understand that. A title should mean something. And if they're going to lose, dadgummit, make them lose like underdogs should lose. And Heath Slater's not a bad wrestler. To me, it was a kick in the face to them. And I think, something could have been done with them. But, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt are great wrestlers. I did not.
I was happy to see that Bray Wyatt finally had a belt. I was happy to see that.
Well, actually, yeah, Bray Wyatt. This is his first actual title, folks. And now, Luke Harper can now actually put a title on his list over the Intercontinental. He now has a tag title because under Three-Bird rules, since he is part of a three-man team, he now is a tag champion as well.
So what did y'all think of the no disqualification match between Nikki Bella and Carmella?
It was a Nikki Bella match. I mean,
nice to look at, not much in the ring.
And don't get me wrong, folks. I like Carmella a lot. I bought her shirt. I don't buy anybody's shirt. But I bought Carmella's shirt.
I'm wearing Bayley. You can't see me right now, but I'm wearing I'm a hugger shirt from Bayley. Bayley is my dream girl. So
I'm wearing my Target shirt. So that
he works at Target right now.
So, but it was, the match was okay. It was like I said, it was okay length. I love the cone of silence. I mean, she does that thing and makes it look like it hurts. Carmella's submission. That thing looks great.
What did you think about the ladder match with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz?
I thought that was probably one of the best matches on the pay-per-view. The Intercontinental was doing great. I really enjoyed it. Although I don't understand again why they keep switching the titles as much as they do. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like they want to throw Dolph Ziggler a bone, but then they kind of take, they just always take it away from him. In my opinion, The Miz should have never lost the belt anyway. The Miz is just, I think The Miz is doing an awesome job with the Intercontinental Championship. And honestly, I don't want to see him kind of go away with that yet. But the match itself was really technical. A lot of good shots with the ladder. I really, really enjoyed that match. I mean, it was, they did all these great little ladder spots with it.
What was your opinion, since Becky Lynch is your dream girl? What did you think of her match with Alexa Bliss?
Alexa, okay. Again, this is my problem with WWE. I know I'm going to harp on this, guys, and you're going to be like, will this guy ever shut up about this? But I'm sorry, it's a big point. Titles do not mean anything in the WWE. Let me say that again. Titles do not mean anything in the WWE because they do not give people enough time to really hold belts. The only time you get to hold belts is if you're really, really popular. Hence the New Day. They want people to break records and stuff like that. I don't understand it. A belt should be held a little bit longer than it is. And Becky Lynch, of course,
she held it for what, 2 months? Yeah,
and of course she got injured, or other I don't know what happened to her. I know it was not a wrestling injury that took her out. I don't know what happened, but she really didn't get to defend the belt, and she just loses it. Now to who she lost it to? Now I love Alexa Bliss, and when I get paid again,
she's like a sexy little Harley Quinn. She's a very good wrestler. She's got the ring presence. She's got the nasty girl look.
What's her name? What's her ring name? I can't think of her ring name right now.
Something.
5 Foot Fury or something like that. Man, I mean, she's a good wrestler, and I really like her. I mean, and I gave her the belt on 2K17 when I had when I got the video game. But I I like her. I just, again, it's just the belts. The belts change hands too much, man. In my opinion.
And what do you think of the Ambrose versus AJ Styles? I liked it, and I liked the ending to it.
Yeah. By the spoiler alert, guys. By the way, we should have said this earlier. We're gonna spoil the crap out of stuff. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you can turn it off right now. All right. Now we're going to talk about it. Again, see, both the ladder matches were actually pretty darn good. If you take it, I mean, it's a TLC match, but it's the same difference. Both the matches are really good, and of course, AJ Styles brings his game up. Dean Ambrose, in my opinion, is not a technical wrestler, but he does a good job. I mean, he's better than Roman Reigns. I'll take him over Roman Reigns any day. But the match again had some great moves. It was in a high flying match. We got some good spots on the ladder. However, the ending was what really got it, and I would love to know what they're going to do with this James Ellsworth's character. I don't really understand the character, but it's great. Dean Ambrose, he's climbing up that ladder. He's going to get it, and then all of a sudden, boom, Ellsworth takes him down, and then of course AJ Styles retains his title. I'm having a lot of fun with AJ Styles as the champion. I think he deserves to be champion. So
TLC was okay. I probably gave it a 7 out of 10. It was okay.
I would say the same thing.
I liked Roadblock a little bit better actually, and I want to move on to Roadblock. Big Cass versus Rusev was okay. I like the ending. They made Big Cass look. They made Big Cass. Big Cass did not win the match, but he didn't look like a chump either. He looked like a badass, and Rusev looked like the crafty bad guy that he is.
Yeah, I mean, and this is my thing. Big Cass and have you noticed that they've lost a lot lately? Big Cass and
they should be tag team champions, not the New Day.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy about that. Anyway, so it was an okay big man match, guys. Nothing too much.
Let's get on to the New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus. How Cesaro? We won't tell you how they won, but how Cesaro and Sheamus won is they out New Day the New Day. Even though they had one less man and they hate each other in the storyline, they tricked the New Day. And finally, the New Day has lost their belts.
Thank God. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last.
These wrestlers are too talented to get stuck with the same old gimmick. And, you might like Cheerios the first time, the first time you taste it, but you don't want to have Bootios every day for 483 days, or what was it? Straight? That's what it was. We've had nothing to eat but Bootios.
That's right.
And Bootios, I'm tired of not being booty. Sometimes maybe I want to be booty. I don't know.
Oh, see, and it's the same old jokes too. Every time they come out with the same old jokes.
It's like middle schoolers.
I mean, it gets old. I know why they kept the belt so long, because they're the New Day. But I'm just happy that they lost. And Cesaro, and they did some really cool stuff when Cesaro and Sheamus won. Sheamus was holding up the belts by himself. So again, you got some more heat on the bad guy. Sheamus is outside, or Cesaro's out there celebrating with the fans. I mean, it was really good. They're a good tag team. I'm really starting to like them. I mean, you can put Cesaro in with anybody, and Cesaro's starting to become.
Sheamus is no slouch. He's good.
No, I mean, I did not like Sheamus when he first came in because I thought he got the belt way too early. But he's proven himself. But in a way, I kind of knew that was going to happen because WWE likes Sheamus. He wants to have. They need to give him a belt sometimes.
What about Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman? I thought this really showcased how good Sami Zayn was.
You know what? This is not really a wrestling match in my opinion. This is a story match. You want to see an underdog story, and this is what you get. This is psychology. And it did its job. Braun Strowman looked like, and I'm going to say this, Braun Strowman needs to be the next Kane. This guy needs to beat the devil out of people. I mean, you got something with this guy. And
very few people would pick a fight with this guy on the street.
Yeah, and they need to show him like that. And they showed him pretty good with Sami Zayn. I mean, the only reason why this guy lost, though, is because of the time. That's all that was. So,
what about Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho?
All right, now this match itself to me was probably one of the best matches although it's kind of hard. I tell you, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, man, they're going on a swing, and they're in a match with somebody. Daggum, they're going to bring it up. But Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho is really, really good. I mean, this match was almost as good, as in my opinion, as Randy Orton and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, not 30, 31, I believe. But this match, you get some really good hits. Of course, Seth Rollins comes in with the win, but it was a good technical match.
I do not remember watching the cruiserweight match.
T.J. Perkins, Rich Swann, and
I may have fell asleep at that point because I was tired. Just so you know, I'm a middle school teacher, and I fall asleep real easy at 9 o'clock. So staying up for these pay-per-views is really hard for me.
I had the next day off. That's the only reason why I was even staying up as late as I was.
We're gonna skip the watch it for yourself, the Rick Swann match. I didn't watch it.
For a triple threat, it was not that bad of a match. But
Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair. I thought this was the match of the night. These women put on an awesome show.
It was a nail biting match.
It was a nail biting match, and I don't necessarily. I like Charlotte. This is a spoiler. I don't know why they let her win so much, because this is another time where they keep changing titles. One person will keep it for a month, then she'll lose it, then she'll win it, then she'll lose it. They're both like 4 or 5 time champions now because they fought nothing but each other. And Charlotte ended up winning this feud, I think, because she walked away with the belt. And but I thought Sasha deserved a longer reign than that. She's a really good wrestler, and she proved herself in NXT that she can, especially against Bayley, that she is the queen of the Iron Man match.
Well, but you know what? This is what I think is kind of funny. The WWE's done something that I didn't think they would do. They got so many good women wrestlers. They have a hard time figuring out who they want the belt on. They got so many good wrestlers. But the match itself, and what was so cool, guys, and this is what I like. Okay, unlike the Iron Man match with Brett and Shawn, even though it was a good match, they did this kind of the same thing, except you had more falls, where there was no winner. They went to sudden death for 30 minutes. This time they had two on each other. Right when Sasha's about to win, she taps, and so it's a 2-on-2, and then it goes to sudden death. And I mean it. And there's this. I'll tell you that natural selection she does off the top is just that Charlotte.
And I really like that. I think I will honestly say this. I know Ric Flair is considered the man, but I think Charlotte is a complete package. I don't think she should be in her father's shadow. She has accomplished herself.
But I think Charlotte's done something that most people don't do. She's kind of stepped out of Ric Flair's shadow, and she's kind of like she is better than Ric Flair.
I think she deserves her push. I mean, the name helped her, but I think she deserves this push.
Yeah. Well, but this is the thing, though. Sasha
Real
Banks,
quick, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns.
But hold on. But I'm just going to say this: Sasha Banks, for her own deal, she should have kept the title more. And I think we need to see another championship with her again.
Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns was a pretty good match. Roman Reigns is usually I admit I was doing something during this match because I don't like Roman Reigns, but Kevin Owens did some pretty good high spots. Yeah, it's a match worth watching. I like the ending. It's an ending I didn't expect.
All I gotta say is Kevin Owens, man, for a big man, he reminds me of Hugh Morris. If anyone of y'all don't know from WCW, he can do that. He can do a moonsault. He can do a frog splash. I mean, and he does it a few times. He does it 2 times on an announcer's table. It's a really good match.
Yeah, he does a lot of frog splashes in this. I hadn't seen the frog splash as many times.
And he does this one move, and I don't even know how to describe this move, but
the fireman carry off the
top rope.
Yeah,
it's a fireman carry off the top rope, but good gosh, man, he makes that thing look nice. And then that's what I'm saying. Kevin Owens has got all these great moves.
And unlike Seth Rollins, he does it without hurting people.
Yeah. That's the message for you, Seth. Now, but Roman Reigns again. Roman Reigns, you kind of see the same match. It's not there. And I will say this: there is one move I really love in this match. Roman Reigns is coming down for that Superman punch. Kevin Owens switches around, does a DDT on him. I mean it was good. I mean,
I gave this pay-per-view 8 out of 10. I really liked it, and I liked it better than TLC.
I actually, I'm gonna give it a. I want to actually give it a 9. I really enjoyed it.
And tune in for more reviews. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye.